My debut for the Black Ferns was in 2007. Honestly, words can't really describe how it was, the blood, sweat and tears that you put into training, and when you're younger and your goal was to aspire to be a Black Fern, and then it happens, right? You work really hard to get there, and I was determined to get there, and then the time came, and debut, your first focus is, okay, anthem, make sure you sing the right words, and if you don't, you look like you know what you're doing. And then just standing there singing that, and I just couldn't control my emotions. I just, I was bawling my eyes out. I couldn't stop. My whole body was shaking. Just, my whole family's in the crowd. Wanganui debut, 2 hours south of Taranaki, where I'm from, so I had a lot of family and friends there.
That day was pretty special. Just sit there and just sort of soak it up. It was almost speechless in the fact that here's our little girl out there doing it for her country. It was,
and the anthem, that just blew me away. I just cried when I saw her there, and she was just standing there. She was probably crying too, and it was just such an incredible moment.
So your first thing is, get through the anthem, and then the second thing is the haka. You spend hours and hours, the actions and the words of the haka, and you're making sure that you don't want to, get that wrong. So, I think we're always told just, actually sharpen your actions, but and then you can always just say anything, to make it look like you know what you're doing. And so when you're on debut, you don't even think about the rugby. You more think about getting through the anthem and then the haka. And then times come. It was like there's 2 minutes to go, and the coach goes, you're on. Well, it was about 5 minutes to go, and they're like, you need to go warm up because you're going to go on. And there was 2 minutes left in the game, and then he's like, all right, you're ready to go on. And I ran on, and I was like, oh my gosh, the feeling was, I was very nervous. I actually went to put the ball on the wrong side of the scrum, so that was my first action, was a scrum. And I ran on and I grabbed the ball, and then I was on the wrong side of the scrum, and the ref was like, oh, you need to go on the other side. So it's just so nerve-wracking. But that 2 minutes felt like 2 seconds. It just went super quick.
And I remember that she would have been itching to get on the field. I don't know, it might have been, 75th minute or something. He went on the field and she nearly scored a try. We just was awesome, absolutely awesome.
But from that day on, it kind of just gives that little bit itch to kind of want to stay there. And the challenge is, you talk about the blood, sweat and tears to get in the jersey, but there's more that comes to it, for staying in the jersey for a long period of time. And I spent 9 years sitting behind Emma Jensen, and I'd get 2 to 5 minutes a game, and now it's kind of flipped since 2015 when I kind of cemented a starting spot, and now I've got young girls coming in and sitting behind me,